Okay, so originally I was going to do a video about a post that I saw saying if Jake Paul fights Beterbiev or Canelo or Garcia or something, is this a good thing or a bad thing for boxing? So I was going to do a whole video about that. And then I saw this. Daniel Dubois has called out Jake Paul. Right, let's get into it. So I've just written an article about this. I'm going to break down some of the points that I feel like is relevant for this whole discussion. The first point I was going to say, and then this in general. Is Jake Paul fighting these relevant boxers good or bad for boxing? Let me break it down to you like this. In the animal kingdom, you have the lion, right? So the lion becomes the king of the jungle by fighting the other lions to assert his dominance and show that he is worthy of the position of being like the king of the jungle, the head lion, whatever. Boxing is primarily the same. Like it's that primal, you rise to the top of the ranks by beating the best to become the best. So what Jake did with the Mike Tyson fight is he walked past the reigning king. So let's say we had the reigning king. Let's just say, for entertainment's sake, we'll just say Usyk, right? Let's just say he walked past Usyk. So Usyk's got his whole kingdom, and we're boxing fans, we're all the kingdom, and we're watching Usyk and we're going, he's the Don, whatever. Insert whatever relevant fighter you want to put there. I'm just going to use him as an example because I love him. So Usyk's the king of this kingdom, and we're all boxing fans going, yeah, Usyk deserves to be king of the kingdom. He's just sick, and he's just like so good at what he does. And then over there, in YouTube land, there's this other kingdom that's sort of this small, sort of not as powerful, just doing its thing kingdom over there. And the leader of that kingdom has come over to this kingdom and gone, I want this. I want all of this, what they got going on here, and I need to beat someone to make that happen. So instead of going to Usyk and going, I want to challenge you for this position so that I can beat you as king, and then I can be king of the jungle, right? He went to the old retired king who's in the background, just chilling and enjoying his life, bypassed everything that was going on and went, if I beat you, I'm going to be king of the jungle. So if I give you some of our resources, I give you a few antelope and that, you and me can fight, and then I get to reign all of that. The old king, Tyson, is like, don't work like that, mate. But cool, I'll take your antelope, I'll do the thing, because it doesn't really affect my life, neither here nor there. I've done my shit. People respect me. It doesn't matter. So cool, give me the antelope, I'll do the thing. So Jake comes back over to this side of the kingdom, Usyk's kingdom, and goes, right, I'm the king now. And this kingdom's going, what? And he's going, yeah, I'm the king, because I beat that king. And everyone's going, well, no, it doesn't work like that, because you haven't beat the best of the best. You have to defeat the reigning most powerful king to become king. You didn't defeat the reigning most powerful king. You picked the king from 30 years ago and went, I've defeated him, so I now deserve kingdom. No, bro, that's not how it works. So, in my article that I just wrote for the Voice newspaper, check it out if you feel like it, I said in that, and I've been saying all along, that if you want to be the king of the jungle, you've got to beat a king, a reigning king, in his prime, his strength, his age, his, top of his game. You have to beat a reigning king to become king. So Jake Paul cannot walk around calling himself the best of the best, saying, I run boxing, yeah, when he hasn't defeated any reigning kings. You get me? You still with me? So I said, if Jake Paul wants to earn the respect of this kingdom, he has to defeat a king. Now, taking all the lion analogies out of it, the kings that he's got to beat are the ones like Dubois. So if he wants to go into a heavyweight category, he's got to beat Dubois. He's got to beat AJ. He's got to beat Usyk. He's got to beat Fury. Like, there are so many people he has to beat to be able to wear the crown that he thinks that he owes, because he's beaten people who are in the influencer circuit. So MMA people, influencers, NBA fighters, and retired boxers. So in my article, I stated, and I will reiterate to you, I've got no problem with Jake. Make your money, do your thing, and keep your training going. You're doing well. Like, you're getting some skill in boxing, but you're not the king. So, do I think it's a good or bad thing that Jake gets in the ring with some pro boxers at the height of their game? To prove the analogy that I have just described, I feel like it would be good for Jake to step into the ring with a king, to be defeated, to show that he needs to be humbled in the way that he is approaching a sport that he has only been moving through for 4 years. Now, that doesn't mean that over the years he couldn't earn his stripes, but right now he cannot walk around saying that he runs something when he hasn't done anything of value within the realms of reigning kings. He's done something separate over there. So it's like, cool, yeah, take your wins in your little thing over there. But you don't get to say that you run everything when there's a whole other world going on over here that you know nothing about. So, very polite message from Daniel Dubois, because he's a very polite man. Just like, hey, I'm thinking like, you know, you've done nothing yet, so why don't you fight me? Jake's response is very entertaining because it's like, ha 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 ha, yeah, like sweating. Because of the things that he's been saying, but now he's covering his back through this tweet by basically saying, like, I got nothing to offer, but sure, why not? Bro, that's not what you've been saying, right? You've been going around saying that you run this sport. And now, big man Dubois is saying, well, come on then, my G. Let's do it. Let's have a dance. He's going, oh, yeah, you know, you got years on me. Yeah, we know that. We all know that. So, I'm not mad at Jake Paul. Do your thing, make your money. But humble yourself. Respect the sport and earn your stripes. Because everybody else in the boxing industry has had to earn their stripes through sweat, time, energy, lack of money, like just drilling themselves into the ground to become the kings and queens of this industry. And they deserve their flowers. So do I think it's a good or a bad thing? I think if Jake wants to be taken seriously, he has to take himself and the sport seriously, and everybody who has come before him, he needs to show them respect. He needs to show the sport respect. Because also, if he got into the room with Dubois and he held his own, he would earn that respect. Because people would suddenly go, oh shit, okay, he's just gone toe-to-toe with Daniel Dubois and he's done all right. Fair play. And he would start winning over people in the industry, in the boxing world, and be like, you know what?